Sorry for the puffy face and the watery eyes, but cosmetics are no longer the concern. Great to see you all. What a delight. Just brings my heart great gladness. Let's see. Have you ever heard the phrase, the world doesn't revolve around you? I think we've all, probably siblings, are the best at accusing co-siblings of a comment, that comment, or something like it, but it may not be that exact comment. The world doesn't revolve around you, but there's a lot of ways it can be said. But it's a way usually some sort of rival or sibling or coworker or mate or something kind of accuses us, how dare they, that we are not the center of the universe. And um, could it be that they're right, that we're not the center of the universe? But don't we all have a divine spark inside of us? So the topic this week is, paradoxically, the topic this week is, yes, in fact, you are the center of the universe. The universe does revolve around you, but it also revolves around me, and it revolves around all of us because we all have a common center. I think we all know the little brief thumbnail of astronomy and how the ancients thought that everything, all the starry hosts and such, revolved around the earth. And then, 800 years ago, that got updated by some of the heavyweights of astronomy. And, we clearly realized that the earth goes around the sun, except that seems to imply that the sun is the center, except it's not. The sun is traveling through space at breakneck speed. And it's like, where the hell is the center of this universe? And the universe as such does not have a proximal center. There is not an XY coordinate within the universe that's the center. It's difficult to understand, but you could watch a YouTube on it and become instantly enlightened. So in spirituality, we all come from this reference point that if we go deep inside of each one of us, if I go deep inside of me and you go deep inside of you and we go deep inside of we come to the same place together. This then, of course, is cosmic or God or Christ consciousness. Doesn't matter what you call it as long as we call upon it. Now, when we are not in our center of highest possible consciousness, we are like planets or satellites very far away from the center of being and kind of wandering and banging through space. And we have our instincts and our desires, and it sure seems like we have to try really hard to get our needs met, doesn't it? We have to seek. That was the whole topic of last week, damn it. Seek and you'll find. But I think that I would bet that each and every one of us in this large and thriving meditation class today has had the experience of great good coming into your life just as a great blessing or out of the blue. We all know what it's like to work hard for the plaques on the wall and the extra zeros in our bank account and the extra car and the yacht off the south of France. Got to have at least two of those. But we have all had moments where blessings, here's a phrase from spirituality, great blessings overtake us. Another way of saying that is great blessings just chase us down and tackle us. And we all know what that's like. We meet the right person at the right time, or suddenly something just drops in from the open skylight of heaven. Now, my claim this week, my declaration this week, my truth statement this week that you can run through your filter of understanding and see what you think is that as we continue this spiritual work every single day, seeking first and foremost to find our spiritual center, to find that glorious and beautiful alignment within us, that as we get our proximity closer and closer to God, so to speak, so to be, that these great blessings just continuously fall into our lives. And what this means is the amount of hard labor and work, the sentence of hard labor we've all been sentenced to in this life sentence, that we're all doing a life sentence, and it's a life sentence of labor. And yet, as we do this kind of work of moving inward and finding our appropriate proximity and relationship to God, that we don't have to work anywhere near as hard. In fact, I would make the bold claim that there's no more external work truly to be done. It's all this internal rearrangement and alignment. And as a result of such, each and every one of us listening today is now eligible and ever more eligible for great blessings to overtake us or to chase us down and to tackle us without seeming effort. And this, of course, is the great mercy and grace of God love source, who does indeed love to pour out blessings. And so this whole week is going to be this examination of, well, am I just to sit in my living room and have a sinus infection and drink coffee all day long and watch YouTubes and expect great blessings to fall into my life? Hell yeah. Nah, that really wasn't what I meant to say. What I meant to say is that by keeping my mind and my emotions and my actions as clean and as clear as I can in my human nature, getting closer and closer to the perfect presence of God as best I can, that greater and greater blessings will chase me down and tackle me. Well, what are these blessings to be, you might ask? Better than anything you can ever see, imagine, understand, or even believe that could happen to us, because yes, indeed, the earth does revolve around you. So there. So wish me extra Kleenex. Have a beautiful day. Love you a lot, and go out there and be chased down by blessings.